They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the home of the Big Red and the Hilltoppers of Western Kentucky in Bowling Green. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Missouri State Bears, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Bears will kick it away first. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Western Kentucky's offense will have first crack at this one. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line. A group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
Man, I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front. The hog mollies, the big uglies, the most...
Turning it on! He steps out right on the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Looking to throw, it's Mooney. It's complete to the right. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Hilltoppers in a good spot here with second and short. Going with the ground game left. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
We'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Hilltoppers have it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Wants to throw on first down. But a little time, lets it go. It's complete on the right side. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw in the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job, nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force him either to kick a field goal or get no points, and this drive is still a success.
That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They're trying to power it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Western Kentucky.
Now, coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did. And they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Missouri State's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And this might be a real challenge for this quarterback because that corner, David, can take away an entire half of the field.
Yeah, and that's the bright part of this defense. Like you know out wide exactly what you're getting week in and week out, and it is top flight. Like one of the best in the country at your spot. So interested to see how this passing attack works while avoiding that guy, because I'm not going after him, Palmer.
Well, I don't think this quarterback has seen a secondary built like this. He definitely hasn't seen a corner with this guy's ability. And so if he is going to try him, he better have really good timing. He better be very accurate. He better not be late throwing out-breaking routes because this dude will pick him off and take it to the house.
Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. The Bears will punt it away on 4th down. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He's got his man.
So one of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Hilltoppers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward. Let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job. Nice execution. 1st down.
Setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And the Hilltoppers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Using his legs, it's Bacon. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Wide open downfield. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a 1st down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door 1st and goal.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Powers forward. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hilltoppers. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Bear offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. From the gun to give, looking for room. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. And the Bears can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Leaves it with the back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it, and he had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Mahoney. Working that wide receiver screen. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Makes the grab. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. That conversion sets a tone, but that's also really part of their MO. They're going to go for it on 4th and short.
Yeah, it's a body blow, and it's demoralizing. It's a good point, Reese. When you go for it like that and you go get it, you're essentially telling the opponent, look, you can't stop us. Next time we get in a similar situation, we're going to do the exact same thing, and there ain't nothing you can do about it.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bears will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Power football with the run. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
It's really nice to see this offense bounce back. That first possession, man, they go 3 and out. They really struggled, and now starting to put a drive together, get their feet a little bit wet. Now you can see they're starting to get pretty comfortable.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Missouri State. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Here's the handoff. Runs through the tackle.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Mooney. Trying to burn this defensive back. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They come to the line with a minute to play in the opening quarter. Looking to fire. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. The sure hands, it's ball. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
Shakes off the defender. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Fires toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Finds his target down the middle. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. The Hilltoppers have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, WKU! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the point after is good. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Missouri State offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Back to pass, it's Mahoney. Throws for the tight end. Picked off, what a play to set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Finds a man by himself. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Topper. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of it.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on first down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on second down, and now put them in a third and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
He'll keep it himself. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. And the Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention.
There he goes. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, they've been playing for the old Illinois Trophy for over 100 years. Ohio State and Illinois. Here's how it went down. Ohio State looked dominant in a victory that was never really in question. That offense had zero problem putting up points, not unlike the days of Stroud and Fields and so many greats before them. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. You love to deliver a punch on the first play of the drive. They've got it at the 46 on first down. He's got it. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. They're going to run it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
The give to the tailback. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35. The Bears come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. To throw, it's Mahoney. Right down the middle. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll start this drive going to the air. Takes the easy completion. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there. And the Hilltoppers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Flips it out on the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. To the air on 1st down. He's got the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
He wants to throw it again. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Hilltopper. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Missouri State offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Back to pass, it's Mahoney. Quickly complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. And the Bears will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Looking downfield on first down. Sets up the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D lineman already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
He leaves it with his back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking for a man. It's Mooney. Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. The Hilltoppers come to the line with a new set of downs. They go to the ground. Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, WKU.
What a day. His 3rd rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Bear offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Here's the pressure. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's got him. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. The Bears decide to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Secures it at the 30. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Now improvising. Throwing on the run. He's got it at the 20. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. Trying to set up the screen. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for a man. It's Mooney. Got his man on the right. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Toppers.
Yeah, how about the design of the play? Doing a great job. Get it. man, your running back, now turn receiver in space, and let him do damage. Let him catch the football. He can do the rest. Be that special player in space that you know he is and get into the end zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Missouri State offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And they'll knock him down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Bears will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Wants to return it. Slips through the line. Oh, what a cut! They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just...
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. The Bears come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Dropping back, it's Mahoney. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And here comes the punt team. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Using the quick game.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. And the Hilltoppers come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Bowling Green, Kentucky. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at LT Smith Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Hilltoppers will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Missouri State offense. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat. They've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Picked off, not the second half start they'd hoped for. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. From the gun, the running back has it. Looking for more room. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Mooney. Makes the catch. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on first down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
You got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down.
Here we go, here we go.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Turning it on. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Gives it on the option. Touchdown, Hilltopper. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you got to have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on their running back to score that touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Bear offense. One of valuable things a quarterback can have, David. Short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. If they're going to keep this drive going, they'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the Bears will punt this one away.
Brings up 4th down.
Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Looking to throw on first down. Flips it out in the flat. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. Touchdown Bears. The defense putting points on the board.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Firing to the right, complete.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
And the Hilltoppers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Wants to go up top. Fires one high and deep. Makes a catch at the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, WKU.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
So here comes the Missouri State offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. To the air on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And every time he gets brought down, everybody kind of gasps for a second because you're already on quarterback number 2, and you got to protect him. You got to keep him upright and the least amount of hits as possible because you definitely don't want to go to QB number 3.
Pulled down for the tackle.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second. It allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy out?
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Bears will line up to punt it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Looking downfield on first down. Using his legs to buy some time. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him get the foot down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Breaks the tackle. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard. We'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. He'll return it. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he... the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Yates. There he goes. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Quickly out to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
And the Bears can really attack on this second and short. The give to the single back.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with it.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Bears line up to punt it away.
Formation to kick it away.
Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor.
They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. Going the other way, and he's got room. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. And the pass interference penalty is costly, wiping out the turnover. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man quickly. They stop him at the 42, but they're on a roll with a pickup of 15 and a first down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
The Hilltoppers have a lot of options on second and inches. Finds a crease at the 20. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Give to the running back. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason.
He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Topper. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Coming out with it, it's Yates. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So here comes the Missouri State offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Bears come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll give it to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Let's see what he can do with it. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Breaks into the open. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. That's the end of the quarter. Western Kentucky is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Wants to throw on 1st down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. He runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it all in that last play.
He'll pull it down, and the defense drags him down.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. Oh, and he missed it. No good. Because no game is perfect, something has to go wrong, so the coach will have something to gripe about in film. So here comes the Bear offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Finds the tight end. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. The Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Bears will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Makes the catch at the 30. He's got great speed. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Tips, deflections, those are such good things for defense. A lot of times they lead to interceptions and big plays. Just try to get any kind of disruption you can.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone. You have a big lead in the fourth quarter. When you do that, the only explanation for it is you're trying to send a message by sticking in another touchdown.
Yeah, insane.
He's got it.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. They're staying aggressive late in the game. They built a cushion. They built a lead. But you could just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business.
They will score! Touchdown, Western Kentucky! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Maryland pulled one out today on a day they clearly did not have their best. And that's a testament to those Terps players. That winning gene, I really believe it's a thing. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. He's stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Pocket breaking down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Bears send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Nestles it in at the 35. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Off-play action on first down. Hit as he throws. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to pass. He's got him this time. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. A shot toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. He's not afraid to go deep. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Hilltopper! They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Missouri State offense. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. They'll start this drive with a pass. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Really effective concept against the zone there, and it helps all the more, David, when you have a tight end that can get downfield.
No doubt. Take your tight end, put him in the slot, makes it easier, better matchup. Now he's got a good corner route. You can tell. Sticks his foot in the ground, quarterback puts it up there. Know he's got zone, know he's got the big fella. He goes up, catches the football, makes the big gain.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Defense has it. They're on the move. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Well, on 3rd down, they go to the running back screen. They're able to get a couple of yards, but not enough for the first. What do?
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Can't get him to the ground.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Draw play, quarterback keeps it. Got the first down. Looking for more. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. And the Bears, now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Bears will punt it away on 4th down. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the lofts one high and deep. Makes the catch down the right side. Off to the races. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Short gain on the play before he slides. So now it's 2nd and long. Handoff to the single back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Makes the catch on the left. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Bears will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the 1st down. The Bears are threatening in the red zone.
Good enough for a 1st down.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Fakes the grab. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Handoff from the shotgun. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area. That's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation stopping the run. This is a really big moment in this game.
And the Bears will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Rushes on him. Trying to bull his way in. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Going right to work up top. With the catch, it's Ball. Turning it on! They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. And the Hilltoppers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Here's a heat. Trying to get behind the defense. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Missouri State offense. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is...
He'll loft one deep down the left side. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. Bringing the heat. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. They'll try to get the first through the air. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
And I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm. And we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.